Marcus Aurelius once said, "Control your imagination, master the feelings of your heart, quench your desires and try to make your soul mistress of itself." Developing self-discipline is an essential process that has played an important role in transforming society throughout history. Among the various human abilities, self-discipline stands out as fundamental. In the context of Stoicism, this discipline is considered absolutely essential. The Stoics were pioneers in the search for an understanding of human emotions and in the development of personal leadership. By enabling each individual to control their emotions and govern their actions rationally, Stoicism offers a path to personal improvement. You have the power to exercise personal leadership, to transform your perspective of the world, and consequently, to influence your actions in order to achieve more significant results and add value in all areas of your life. Imagine what our world would be like today if great men like Tesla, the inventor of electricity, Edward Jenner, the developer of the first smallpox vaccine, Tim Berners-Lee, the creator of the internet, Carl Benz, the inventor of the first gasoline-powered automobile, hadn't cultivated self-discipline to overcome days of laziness, lack of inspiration, procrastination, idleness, and so many other distractions and challenges that often make us give up. Each of these visionaries dedicated themselves to persisting in the midst of adversity, making disciplined choices, and maintaining a clear vision of their goals. Their achievements transcended the ordinary, and their legacy is a testament to the power of self-discipline. By following this example, you align yourself with a tradition of achievers, showing the world and yourself that, with self-discipline and determination, it is possible to overcome obstacles and achieve extraordinary feats. Therefore, by strengthening your self-discipline, you not only enhance your personal leadership, but also contribute to a legacy of lasting impact, shaping a future full of remarkable achievements and inspiration for generations to come. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done, regardless of your will, condition, or environment. It is the action of consistency, even when there is resistance. In the words of Epictetus, moral progress is not a natural privilege of the elite, nor is it acquired by chance or luck, but through working on oneself daily. Marcus Aurelius understood that we have absolute control over our own thoughts. He said, "You have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this, and you will find your strength." We understand that when we start any new adventure in our lives, we face the battle against old habits and resist the external influences of criticism and judgment. Imagine that you have decided to take up a new hobby, such as learning to play a musical instrument, and you have shared this idea with someone, be it a family member, boyfriend, wife, or friends. Instead of receiving support, the person laughs and belittles you, saying that it's an absurd idea and that you'll never have the talent, instantly condemning you to failure. Self-discipline becomes essential when you control your reaction to this scorn, choosing to believe in yourself and persist with determination in your musical project. Suppose that, despite your best efforts, you miss out on a great job opportunity due to circumstances beyond your control. Self-discipline allows you to control your reaction, accept the situation, and look for solutions instead of whining or blaming others. Regardless of the situation, when we blame others, we take responsibility out of our own hands, and when we are silent about our responsibilities, we miss the chance to change and improve our lives. When you decide to embrace a healthier lifestyle, your friends may scoff at your choice, questioning your ability to stick to a diet or go to the gym consistently for more than a month. Self-discipline proves to be the inner strength that prevents you from feeling discouraged, allowing you to continue with your plan to become healthier, even in the face of external negativity. It's crucial to remember that you have no control over the actions, choices, or opinions of others. By nurturing self-discipline, you strengthen your resilience against social pressure and negative influences, turning other people's negativity into additional motivation to achieve your goals. What's more, by consistently cultivating healthy habits, you not only improve your physical health, but also promote emotional and mental well-being, building a solid foundation for a lasting lifestyle. When we choose to change, we often encounter resistance from those who prefer us to remain unchanged. This is for two reasons. They resist changing the way they treat us, and they fear the prospect of change themselves. Our metamorphosis serves as a reminder that transformation is feasible. Whether your goal is to read more, become more physically active, take up entrepreneurship, or develop any other skill, not everyone around you will be ready to support these changes. Resistance to change on the part of others often reflects discomfort with the unknown and a fear that their own inadequacies will be highlighted. By understanding this phenomenon, you gain perspective on other people's reactions and can approach these resistances with empathy. Instead of being discouraged by personal obstacles, use these reactions as opportunities to strengthen your resolve. By clearly communicating your goals and the reasons behind your choices, you allow others to better understand your journey of self-discovery. Remember that at any given moment, we have the power to choose how we interpret the events around us. With practice, we can even instantly eliminate any unpleasant impressions from our mind. If something beyond your control makes you sad, it's not the situation itself, but the interpretation you create. It is therefore in your hands to erase that interpretation from your mind. If you limit yourself to doing what you do according to the nature of your being, and simply speak the truth in all your speeches and in all your words, you will live happily, and certainly no one can stop you from behaving in this way. Marcus Aurelius. Even if an offense has been committed against us or we have experienced something unpleasant or unfair, we can stand firm, eliminate "I've been hurt," and you'll eliminate the pain you think you've received. Marcus Aurelius stressed the importance of safeguarding our inner citadel, emphasizing the need to protect our mind. This involves taking care of the spirit that resides within us. The inner citadel is like erecting a mental fortress, a protective wall against life's adversities. It's the internal space where we can preserve our positive thoughts and desires, shielding our mind from negative thoughts and blocking external influences that are beyond our control. This metaphor of the inner citadel suggests that by building a mental fortress, we not only defend ourselves against external forces, but also create a safe space for cultivating virtues and values. Within this fortress, we can nurture wisdom, compassion, and resilience, essential elements for facing the challenges that life throws at us. By setting conscious limits on what we allow into our inner citadel, we exercise active control over our peace of mind and the quality of our inner experiences. Your mind will take the shape of what inhabits it more often than not, because the human spirit is colored by such impressions. Marcus Aurelius. To raise this fortress, we need to nurture self-discipline and explore the recesses of our own soul. This means changing bad habits and developing virtuous habits with courage and determination. By conquering our inner citadel, we reach a haven of peace and freedom. Self-discipline plays a crucial role in this journey. It is an independently cultivated skill in which we take control of our thoughts and actions, resisting external influences that try to divert us from the path. Marcus Aurelius' lesson is clear. In the midst of challenges, criticism, or adversity, we can cultivate self-discipline by mastering our imagination, controlling reactions, and making conscious choices. This practice enables us to live a richer, more attentive life, regardless of the circumstances around us. Self-discipline is like a superpower that drives us to act, fulfill our responsibilities, and move forward, even in moments of tiredness, discouragement, or emotional overload. Master the feelings in your heart. The feeling of discomfort arises when someone tries to exert control over us, dictating what to think, how to carry out our tasks, choose our clothes, determine our diet, or even establish rules about the tone of our speech and expression of joy. This aversion stems from our independent and autonomous nature, as we don't appreciate someone else imposing their preferences on us. This discomfort goes beyond simple resistance to external influence. It reflects the intrinsic need for autonomy and freedom in the way we lead our lives. When we feel that our freedom of choice is being restricted, an instinctive reaction of discomfort arises, as if an invisible boundary is being crossed. It's as if the attempt to control is an invasion of our personal territory, triggering a defensive response. But on the other hand, we allow our emotions to play this role incessantly, manipulating us like puppets. Often we are so immersed in emotional reactions that we hardly realize how much we are submitting to them. In order to cultivate self-discipline, it is crucial to reverse this scenario and stop being a puppet, develop personal leadership skills, and take control of our emotions. In this way, we can act with discernment, regardless of the circumstances we face. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, realize at last that you have something in you more powerful and divine than that which causes the physical passions and manipulates you like a mere puppet. What thoughts occupy my mind now? We have to act and work with the same dedication that we show when we are motivated and enthusiastic. If you wish to cease to belong to the number of slaves, break your chains and remove from yourself all fear and all spite. Epictetus. Certainly, self-discipline extends beyond work and permeates many areas of life. Here are some examples that highlight the importance of mastering emotions in pursuit of goals, inspired by Stoicism. Managing your finances with self-discipline involves the ability to save, invest, and avoid impulsive spending, even when the impulse to spend is motivated by momentary emotions, such as the desire for instant gratification or to feel important. The practice of self-discipline is also crucial in sustaining healthy relationships. This includes the ability to moderate emotional impulses during disagreements, incorporate empathy and understanding, and avoid impulsive responses and words that could hurt the partner and jeopardize the relationship. In the context of entrepreneurship or personal projects, self-discipline plays a vital role in overcoming creative obstacles, maintaining concentration and persisting, even in the face of a shortage of inspiration and the challenges that arise. Cultivating self-discipline in the pursuit of a healthy lifestyle implies the ability to exercise regularly, stay hydrated, adopt a balanced diet, and resist the temptations of fast food, sweets, and soft drinks. Even in the face of emotional challenges such as stress, anger, or temptations to give up, achieving career success requires self-discipline to maintain a consistent study routine, especially in times of low motivation, overcoming procrastination, and avoiding distractions such as cell phones and unproductive videos. When adopting self-discipline in financial matters, it is necessary to resist impulses to spend unnecessarily, create and maintain a budget, and make correct financial decisions. This not only promotes healthy financial management, but also contributes to the development of a long-term mindset, where instant gratification is sacrificed in favor of lasting financial goals. Consistently applying these principles of self-discipline not only benefits physical and mental health, but also promotes a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. The ability to master emotions and maintain self-discipline is an essential component of achieving success in many areas of life. So if you have trouble dealing with your emotions, I've left a link in the first comment to help you shield your mind like the Stoics did, making you stronger and not afraid of adversity. Satisfy your desires. The main root of human suffering lies in the fragility of the will, losing out to impulses and giving in to every temptation that comes along, allowing ourselves to be dominated by every desire. This vulnerability leads human beings to adopt behaviors and follow regrettable paths, such as laziness, envy, procrastination, addictions, and greed. Seneca emphasized that gaining control over one's own will is tantamount to directing one's own destiny, while a lack of control over our desires puts us at the mercy of life's whims. Discipline is, simply put, the ability to overcome the short-term impulses that so often divert us from our goals. It doesn't mean giving up pleasure, but acting on it even when the temptation to not do so is present. When we cultivate discipline, we are investing in our future, prioritizing long-term goals over instant gratification. It's the daily practice of postponing immediate gratification in favor of lasting benefits. This skill not only shapes our character, but also strengthens our resilience in the face of adversity. In the words of Epictetus, "Banish from yourself desires and fears, and you will have nothing to take away." We are immersed in desires, constantly seduced by the trap of instant gratification, which gradually limits our chances of practicing discipline. Impatience and anxiety grow, while our attention span decreases. However, by extending our focus beyond momentary satisfactions, we can explore the complexity of discipline as a powerful tool for achieving broader and more meaningful goals. Discipline is not just a renunciation of momentary impulses, but a deliberate practice of aligning our actions with our deepest values. In this sense, it becomes a guide for shaping the trajectory of our life, transforming it from an incessant search for ephemeral gratification to a journey guided by more lasting purposes. Unfortunately, the world is eliminating opportunities for resistance, an essential resistance for cultivating discipline. Reflect on your life for a moment. Surviving today takes very little effort. Daily tasks have been simplified. The time devoted to reading and other activities that once provided us with some stamina has become increasingly scarce. Even so, our constant cravings for comfort and immediate satisfaction persist. Discipline is the ability to overcome these challenging feelings. The more you act, even when your impulses try to divert you from the productive path, the easier it will become over time. In a world that is eliminating obstacles, we can create our own challenges. Discipline is like a muscle that gets stronger with frequent use. No one reaches their limits by staying on the couch. Resistance is essential for growth, and how intense that resistance is will determine the extent of our development. Broadening this perspective, discipline becomes not just a tool for overcoming momentary obstacles, but a means of forging a resilient, progress-oriented mindset. By constantly challenging our own limits, we can cultivate a self-discipline that transcends specific situations and permeates our general approach to life. This practice is not just about overcoming external resistance, but also about developing the inner strength to persevere in the face of adversity and maintain a constant commitment to personal growth. Therefore, every action taken in the midst of challenging impulses becomes an investment in strengthening discipline as a fundamental character trait. If we're taking our first steps in the gym, for example, we don't set out to lift heavy weights straight away. We start with lighter loads. The same principle applies to discipline. Start gradually, following the advice of Epictetus. Train alone, please, in simple situations, and only then tackle more complex ones. Establish a small morning routine where the reward is a delicious breakfast. Integrate micro-activities such as making the bed, reading for 10 minutes, meditating for 5, and after this short journey, allow yourself to enjoy a meal and take a shower before giving in to idleness. Set yourself the goal of reading 5 pages of a book. The inclusion of voluntary challenges in your life should be adapted to your routine and day-to-day life. The crucial point is to recognize that these challenges contribute to building and strengthening your discipline. Self-discipline is our responsibility. In order to develop new habits, achieve goals, and make dreams come true, you need to set to work with determination and discipline. As Epictetus teaches us, if you want to be a writer, write. Discipline is the most important skill for a successful life. Regardless of how successful you want to be, discipline provides consistency, constantly pushing us towards our goals, even when our body or mind craves comfort, whether under the covers or on the sofa doing nothing. Seek to master your own essence. In ancient Rome, the Stoics not only valued discipline as a virtue, but considered it a civic duty. They constantly promoted self-analysis, self-control, personal responsibility, and objectivity. Discipline thus becomes a way of life that goes beyond the pursuit of specific goals. It manifests itself as an intrinsic commitment to excellence and authenticity, guiding us not only in the hours dedicated to work or study, but in all our daily choices. By incorporating discipline as a fundamental principle, we begin to shape not only our external achievements, but also the person we become internally. Stoicism conveys the valuable lesson that, without discipline, we resemble mere passengers on life's journey. It's as if we were behind the wheel, traveling down the road, but without a specific destination or plan. An existence without goals turns out to be empty, blind, stagnant in time, at the mercy of the world around us. We become slaves to our most basic desires, floating between inertia and uncertainty with no clear direction. Thus, by incorporating discipline, we transform this journey into a conscious quest for self-discovery and growth. Discipline acts as a compass that guides us in setting clear goals, providing meaningful direction for our daily actions. In this process, we take control of the steering wheel of our lives, guiding ourselves with determination towards a destination that reflects our deepest values and aspirations. In this way, discipline is not just a means of achieving external goals, but an essential tool for shaping the inner narrative of our journey, giving it purpose and lasting meaning. In the words of Seneca, while we procrastinate, life rushes past us. Inertia is the whisper of the little devil of indolence who persuades us with excuses like, "I'll do it later," or "What's wrong with sleeping a bit more?" If you sit still, that desire to do something different disappears. No one is doing it because you should make the effort, and the list is long. Doubt, on the other hand, has deeper roots. It belongs to the mysterious world of self-knowledge. Be careful, because personal resolutions must be firm with no room for doubt. If you plan to grow a garden, you can't waver in your love of flowers. Weak goals lead to uncertainty, accompanied by complacency, discouragement, and hopelessness. So avoid conceiving projects you don't believe in. goals imposed by others, or ill-conceived dreams. They all open doors to doubt and lead to the bed of indiscipline, where it rests in the lethargic slumber of a purposeless life. In Latin, discipline means teaching. Those who cultivate discipline become both masters and apprentices. They absorb knowledge, produce, create, and achieve the results of their dreams, but most crucially, they gain freedom. First, define for yourself who you want to be, and then what you need to do. In the words of Epictetus, discipline does not imprison. It frees you from external pressures and the suffering that comes from unfulfilled dreams, self-inflicted frustrations, misery, and hopelessness. This freedom is not just the absence of external restrictions, but the ability to consciously direct your choices, shaping the course of your own existence. By setting clear goals and adhering to discipline, you become the architect of your journey, sculpting a narrative that reflects your true essence. Each disciplined step is a stepping stone on the path to authenticity and personal fulfillment. In this way, discipline is not just a set of rules to be followed, but a wise guide that accompanies you in the constant search for your best self. With discipline, we consciously chart our own course. We become the captains of our ships, following the wisdom of Epictetus. In Stoicism, we realize that a truly free mind is one that disciplines itself. For disciplined people are masters of themselves. They cultivate the ability to direct their lives and take advantage of what is under their control to achieve their goals. Discipline is the beacon that lights the way to true freedom. And in the words of Epictetus, freedom is not won by doing what your heart desires, but by eliminating your desire. Discipline is what we need to be able to conquer everyday life in the modern world. We have to be determined and follow it, and then we'll reach a better and deeper place. But there's one thing you need to know. There's no point in having all the discipline and dedication in the world if you end up exposing certain things about yourself. If you do these things, you need to change immediately. Click on the video on the screen and see the 8 things you shouldn't expose to others.